Buenos Diaz and welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm quiet because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. We are in Joshua Tree National Park out here in Twentynine Palms, California. And when I say we, Wes is around here somewhere. And we're trying to get some astrophotography in. We're trying to shoot the Milky Way. So I think I'm titling this one, How to Shoot the Milky Way. Or maybe how not to shoot the Milky Way. I'm having some success with it. Yeah, we've got about 3 hours before sunrise and it is cold. I am freezing my buns off, but get after it. Here's the camera setup I have. Never mind, you can't see any of that. Alright, I hope you can hear me. The wind is howling. I'm up against a rock, a big boulder, and hopefully that's helping a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at some of the shots that I've just taken. And then we're going to move on and try to find I think it's called the arch rock, or the rock arch, or some type of arch. Alright, we're back in the car. It's like 5:30 and hands are frozen. I didn't have any gloves. My man over here, Wes, he had his gloves. But how'd you think that shoot went there, Wes?
Well, I'm so cold. I was really happy with the camera and the lens. I switched the lens for a wider angle, which would have been better. Ideally, get more of the Milky Way, but it just couldn't pull in the light. But compared to other attempts I've made with the GH5 and everything, like I was blown away. I haven't even seen it in the computer. Oh, I'm so cold.
All right, we're gonna go warm up. We're gonna actually go attempt to get a few more shots. We need some Joshua trees.
We're in Joshua.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't move very far because it's super cold and it was windy. So, all right. Let's go find some Joshua trees. All right, gang, we are about 50 minutes away from sunrise. I think I'm getting some pretty good Joshua tree shots. Right behind me, you can start to see the sun starting to rise out of the east, and just over that ridge, it's going to be a nice sunrise, and we're going to try to capture that as well. Definitely, we're going to talk more about this when we get in a warmer place, but I'm going to continue to get some shots off and try to enjoy this last 50 minutes or so before the sun rises. So it's been a really good shoot and a lot of lessons learned. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, I wanted to show you the pretty shot that I've got lined up here. I've got this, so the sun should be coming right over that ridge right there, and I want to frame that out. Hopefully I can catch the sun right in the Joshua trees path there. Anyways, that's what I'm looking to do. Do I look silly? But I've had a lot of fun. It's just super cold out here. I'm just not built for this yet. That's the shot I have set up right now, and I hope it comes through. I'll check back with you shortly. Did I mention it was cold? Woo, it's cold. Okay, I am waiting for the sun to rise over that mountain behind me, or that ridge, but I'm setting up some other compositions because once the sun rises from over there, I think that looking this way, the sun's gonna start touching some of these mountaintops over here, and that's the light's gonna start touching these mountaintops, and I think it's gonna make for a pretty composition with this Joshua tree that's right here. So that's my next shot. All right, I am back, and it's a couple days later, and it is sunny and 79 degrees today, and I learned so much from that shoot. So I did end up getting a sunrise shot that I was really looking for. I wanted a sun star or starburst, and I was able to get that with a long exposure. Nonetheless, that shot, the sunrise shot, I really enjoy. The other two shots that I think are my favorites are the one of the Joshua tree just off the side of the road, and I was able to light paint it a little bit. I showed you that earlier. And then probably my favorite shot was able to get a little bit of the Milky Way, and that's with Wes holding up that. It was actually holding up a purple light that beamed out into the sky, and I think that's my favorite shot because I was able to incorporate the Milky Way because that was the goal of the trip, and we got it. And it wasn't the crispy shot that I was looking for, the tack sharp shot that I was looking for, but I learned a lot. You know, the weather was right. It was clear. I had a dark night sky. You could see the Milky Way visible with your own eyes. That's when you know it's ready to go. I just had so much trouble with the wind and the cold. I was not prepared. So if you're gonna go out and shoot it while the weather or the climate is on the colder side of things, you need to be prepared for that because I was freezing my arse off. So I had two cameras. I had the 5D Mark IV, which is an excellent camera, but I ended up shooting it all on the Canon M50. So that's a testament to the M50, but I was using a 20mm ultrasonic lens, and that lens, because I was trying to shoot wide, and that's the widest lens I have, it does not fit the 5D Mark IV properly, so I abandoned the 5D Mark IV, took it back to the car, came back. I was not going back after it, so I just had a lot of trouble thinking, and I was prepared. It was a beautiful, clear night sky, and I was going to use the 500 rule. If you're not familiar with the 500 rule, it's you take 500, you divide it by your focal length. In this case, I had to multiply my focal length times 1.6, which is the multiplier on my cropped sensor, and then divide that into 500, and you get around 16 seconds or so. But it just felt like it wasn't enough time, so I was going longer exposures, but when you go longer exposures, you start to see light trails on the stars, so that's the dilemma. That's why you use the 500 rule, so you can get that, so you can try to get pinpoint stars, but without light trails. I guess my title should be How Not to Shoot the Milky Way, but I think in failing for the most part, I learned a lot, and I'll do it again. I'll do it again. We're in prime season now for the Milky Way, so for the next few months, I'm definitely gonna get out there 1, 2, 3 more times. My advice to you and myself is just to get out there and try. You'll never know if you can get that shot if you don't actually go and try it. You can talk about it all you want, but getting out there and being on this photography journey that I'm on and being able to share it with you guys, that's what's super important, and I'm definitely better for it. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave me a message down below. I'd love to chat with you. Give me a like if you liked any part of this video, and remember, always sprinkle a little bit of fun in your life, and when you're having that fun, remember to always keep it fun enough. All right, until the next video, hope you enjoyed that one. Let's get the outro. Bing!